Russian troops have suffered significant equipment losses during an attempted river crossing in the Lyman sector, according to the Militarny media outlet. The incident was documented by a Ukrainian Marine known as Kriegsforscher, who shared photos on the social media platform X. During a single failed crossing, Russian forces lost a BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher, a 152mm Msta-B howitzer with its towing vehicle, a BTR-82A armored personnel carrier, an all-terrain vehicle, a truck, and either an infantry fighting vehicle or another truck towing the howitzer. Some of the destroyed equipment appears to have been hit by FPV drones, while others were likely targeted by conventional barrel artillery, as suggested by the shape and pattern of the explosion craters. While the specific river was not named, Militarny reports that it was likely the Zherebets River, which runs near the settlements of Zarichne and Torske. Active combat in this area is being carried out by Russian units from the 169th and 164th Motor Rifle Brigades, along with the 31st and 37th Motor Rifle Regiments. Meanwhile, Ukrainian defenders in the Lyman area have reportedly adapted ancient Roman military strategies to modern warfare. According to Euromaidan Press, one Ukrainian brigade has integrated these historical tactics with cutting-edge technology to create an extraordinarily lethal zone, reportedly inflicting a staggering 66 Russian casualties for every Ukrainian loss. Despite maintaining a sizable bridgehead across the Zherebets River, Russian forces remain overextended in the Lyman sector. Their long-standing objective of capturing Lyman, pursued unsuccessfully for over 2 years, continues to elude them. As a result, Russian commanders have shifted their focus toward breaking through Ukrainian defenses around Torske, hoping to improve their strained logistics across the river. Holding the line under this sustained pressure is Ukraine's experienced 63rd Mechanized Brigade. The unit has effectively used the local terrain to its advantage, turning the landscape into a formidable barrier against Russian advances. Ukrainian drones continue to strike strategically important targets deep within Russian territory on an almost daily basis, fueling growing panic among Russian propagandists, some of whom now openly fear the potential for unrest. One anti-war Telegram channel recently shared a video clip from a Russian television broadcast featuring prominent Kremlin propagandist Margarita Simonyan. In the clip, Simonyan voiced alarm over the disruption Ukrainian drone strikes are causing at Russian airports, particularly during the height of the summer travel season. Ukrainians are trying to stir up a riot here. Why are they causing chaos at our airports during the holiday rush? How many drones have they launched this week? I don't even know, but it's a huge number. What kind of military tactics is this? She asked rhetorically. Moments later, she appeared to answer her own question, suggesting that Ukraine's goal is to destabilize Russian society and push public sentiment in a more oppositional direction. One of the latest confirmed drone strikes targeted the Stavropol-based signal radio plant, an enterprise that plays a key role in Russia's defense industry. The facility produces electronic warfare systems, radar equipment, radio navigation gear, and remote control components, all essential for the Russian military's technological infrastructure. On the night of July 29, drones also struck the city of Salska in Russia's Rostov region. A series of explosions was reported around 2 a.m., followed by a massive fire near a key railway junction. Salska serves as a major logistics hub for the Russian armed forces, facilitating the transfer of personnel and equipment to frontline positions via the region's rail network. Similar attacks have been reported in other regions as well. In the Volgograd region, residents described a drone strike followed by a large fire at what many believe was a critical facility. While Russian authorities have not officially confirmed that an oil depot was hit, the scale of the blaze, as seen in circulating images, suggests the target was likely a fuel or logistics site of military importance. Taken together, these strikes reflect a clear Ukrainian strategy, applying pressure not just at the front but deep in the rear, targeting the infrastructure that fuels Russia's war effort and its domestic sense of security. Russian authorities are increasingly sending barely adult young men, fresh out of school, to the front lines of the war in Ukraine, turning the country's supposed future into rows of graves and mourning families. According to an investigation by the BBC, at least 245 Russian soldiers aged just 18 have been confirmed killed in combat over the past 2 years. Experts warn that the true number is likely much higher. Officially, 18-year-olds in Russia are not meant to serve in active combat. President Vladimir Putin, now 72, once publicly assured that conscripts would not be deployed to the front. Yet, behind these promises lies a covert system designed to funnel teenagers straight from graduation to the battlefield. Many are persuaded, or coerced, into signing military contracts, often lured by promises of cash or forced under pressure from police. Recruiters reportedly receive bonuses of 100,000 rubles per new soldier. Security forces play a central role in this machinery. In impoverished regions, recruiters target young men with few prospects, turning desperation into enlistment. The post-invasion education system has also been repurposed for militarization. Schools now hold patriotism lessons, teach children to make trench candles, and bring in soldiers to read battlefield stories. Training rifles have reappeared in classrooms for older students, all part of an effort to shape the young into soldiers. One particularly harrowing case is that of Vitaly Ivanov from Siberia. According to the BBC, he was allegedly beaten by police at a station and soon after found himself on the front lines. He was killed during his very first combat mission, just days into his deployment. Between April 2023 and July 2025, the BBC verified the deaths of 245 18-year-old Russian contract soldiers. In total, at least 2,812 soldiers aged 18 to 20 have died in the war. Due to limited transparency and restricted media coverage, some estimates suggest the real death toll may be as high as 267,000 across all ages. Teenagers who once dreamed of becoming doctors, engineers, or IT specialists are now dying in trenches far from home. Some fall for state propaganda, others are threatened or misled, but all are exploited by a system that treats them as expendable. They're young, naive, and don't fully understand where they're going, said the girlfriend of Alexander Petlinsky, an 18-year-old who signed a military contract just 2 weeks after his birthday. He was killed 20 days later,